All right, everybody. Good to see you. Happy New Year. We're back. This is my first stream here in 2024. And yeah, kind of good to be back. It's weird. I've kind of forgotten how to use some of the stuff here just in 2 weeks. But say hello in the chat. Let me know who's here. I see Lilac and Lola's there. Hello, Kubra. You're there. Great. Good to see you, Kubra. Style boy, let's start. I agree. Let's get started here with this. So yeah, say hi in the chat. Loretta, I'm sure you're out there somewhere. I thought what we'd do tonight, we'd talk a little bit about streaming and what I'm doing here with streaming, and then do just some practice with alkanes. Get it so you can do these alkanes a little bit better. So how's the sound and video coming through? We're in the middle of a huge rainstorm here with high winds. So if I just disappear, that's because the electricity went out. All right. All right, Prem, good to see you. Yep. All right. Excellent. Okay, so I wanted to show you kind of some statistics from my channel just to show you kind of what my YouTube channel does and then what streaming is doing on my channel. And then we'll get to these alkanes. We'll do some practice with alkanes and organic chemistry. All right, there's Naga. Excellent. All right. So let me jump over here and let's go up, make it a little bit bigger. So these are the statistics from about an hour ago on my channel. And this is my lifetime statistics. So it's kind of interesting to look at how right here, way over here, this here is 2009. So like almost 15 years I've been doing this and not much happened here. Here's 1 year, starting getting a little bigger. And right here, I thought I'm really going to do this. So I started doing a lot of videos, started going well. And right here, this is March of 2020. You can see what happened. And I'm sure you can guess what caused this really big jump in the views. Almost some days over 200,000 people watched videos just in one day, 200 and some thousand videos. So do you know what happened March 20th that made my channel so popular? Yeah, COVID. So all of this right here is kind of due to COVID, all this big jump here. Then it went down, and this is this fall and winter. I've been working really hard to get it back up there. So my streaming, though, doesn't do so well. And I'm really not sure why. I guess it's maybe what people need, what they're looking for, trying to get for school and stuff, and streaming maybe isn't as helpful as the videos. But you can see like my best stream, 3,000 people, and that's people watching after the stream too. So still kind of struggling. This is my 32nd stream. And I still haven't really, I don't think, found my footing here. So we'll try something a little bit different tonight. We're going to go over to this app that I built here. And the link for this is in the chat. And so the idea is that it makes you a lot more active in your learning. When you're using videos, you're just kind of watching videos. And that doesn't always get you to the point where you're actively constructing knowledge. This is what we want. So this is my alkanes app here. We're going to do practice. So can you write the name for this compound, this alkane? Think about it for a second, then we'll jump over and we'll write the name for it. I'm going to copy it. There we go. All right. So I'll give you a hint. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons here in the longest chain. All right, so let's try to do it. There's this. So when you're naming these alkanes here, you look for the longest chain. So for all of these, they're the same compound. They're just different representations. So here we have a carbon, 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 and carbon. So this is the longest chain, 4 carbons. And you can see them 1, 2, 3, 4, or here 1, 2, 3, 4, and again 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the longest chain. So when you have 4, you call it butane. And if we number these 1, 2, 3, 4, on the second carbon here, we have a methyl group. And since it's on the second one, you call it 2-methyl-butane. So that's how we name these alkanes in general here. So let's jump back and you can give it a try. Cooper, you've got it already. Although don't put the you don't put the dash between the methyl and butane. That's all one word. And typically they capitalize that. So let's go back to the app and try another one. So when you click show answer here, it shows you the answer, and then it gives you a video here of me explaining how you do it. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do with the app here, is put my videos and some other content together. Let's try another question. That's the same one. So we're going to skip that one. Uh-oh, something's happening. So I programmed this myself, so I'm still working on it. So write the structure for 3-methyl-heptane. And hept means 7. So see if you can do that. Take a second. Three-methyl-heptane. Let's copy that. And we'll put it over here. All right. So an alkane means it's going to be only carbons, this ANE, only carbons and hydrogens. So whenever you see ANE, you know it's carbons and hydrogens. Hept means 7. A methyl group is a CH3 group. You stick on that chain of 7. So that's a hint for you. So there's our chain of 7, and you can number them if you want, but I know I have my heptane, that's the 7 carbons, and you could draw hydrogens on here. Each carbon will have 4 bonds. Often we don't do that because it's a lot of work. And then on the 1, 2, 3, we have that other carbon there, and it would have 3 hydrogens. That's why it's a methyl group. You could start from the other side. That would work too. It doesn't really matter. So that's 3-methyl-heptane. Let's check and see if we got it right in the app. That's a huge image. So there's our 1, 2, 3. There's our methyl group on there. So it's just like we drew it. A little bit different in terms of the way these are arranged, but it's the same thing. And here you can see it went from this side, 1, 2, 3 methylheptane over here. So it doesn't matter which side you start on. We started on this side and got 3-methylheptane, but you could start over here and do the same thing. All right, let's try another one. Give you a little bit more time. Now you're getting the feel of doing this. Give you just a little bit more. Hi, Mitten. Oh, excellent. GCSE Chem can be a lot of work. That's awesome that you were able to get through that. That's a lot of work. I taught O-level and A-level for a while, Chem. All right, let's see if we can find another one. All right, so there's a video if you wanted to watch the video in the app. And the link to the app, that's up in the chat. I should have pinned that there for you. We already did 2-methylbutane. Let's find another one. So this will, yeah, give that one a try. Write the name for this compound here. And again, these are all the same, just different representations. So I'm going to copy this again and move it over to my board there where I write. Let's put it over here. That's a little big. There we go. So if you have an idea of the name, drop that in the chat there. So far, Kubra's named one of them right. Actually, this may be the same one. All right, so if we're going to name this, let's just number the carbons. You always start numbering on the end that's closest to what we call the substituent group. So we have a carbon, 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 and carbon. So we always start on this end because it's closer to the substituent. 2, 3, 4. So with 4, you know you have butane. And you go to 1, 2, and there is your methyl group. That's CH3. Or you can look at it like that if you want, or down here. So 1, 2 methyl butane. And that is the one we did before. Ida, you got it right. Excellent. Yep, 2-methyl butane. Typically, we don't put a space between these two words here. Just kind of the way we do it. All right, shall we try another one? After a bit, you should be pretty good at alkanes. And the nice thing is, once you do alkanes, it's the same pattern for the rest of the organic compounds. You count the longest chain, you find the substituent groups, and you name it. So if you can do alkanes, you're pretty good shape for the other nomenclature that you have to come across there. All right, let's see what we got here. So back to the app, show the answer. 2-methyl butane, and again, you can watch a video. And Kubra, we already did that one, so. And I know we did this one like that, so I'm going to skip that one. So it does repeat itself because I only have like 8 of them in here. So you can just go till you find one. It really seems like it repeats a lot. That might be a problem with my programming because I keep seeing 2-methyl butane. I'm not a great programmer, as you're finding out. We've seen that one. My goodness. There you go, 3-methyl heptane. Give that one a try. 3-methyl heptane. All right. Oh, wow. I can actually see on my website that 4 people are using the app already. Cool. Very cool. I'll show you the map in a moment. All right, let's do this one. So this one's not too bad. Again, you look at that ANE, right? ANE, that means it's an alkane. All carbons, hydrogens, single bonded. And then we did 3-methyl heptane. Thank you, Kubra. All right, so let's just look at the answer then in case you've tried it. Maybe there's some new people that came in and didn't see it. So for 3-methyl heptane, you should end up with 1, 2, 3. There's your methyl group. You can draw it this way. And there's the longest chain. Always looking for the longest chain. All right, let's find let me show you the map here. This is kind of cool. So I put this analytics stuff in my in the code for the web page. So when someone visits the web page, it tells you like where they're from. So someone's coming from Kathmandu. That's a cool name, Kathmandu. That's me. And there's someone in Sharonville. So actually, as someone doing a website, you can put things in the page where you can tell where people are coming from. And I could tell if people are on the desktop or if they're on mobile. So you can tell a lot of information. Right now, there's 5 people. Someone from Bakersfield just came in. So if you're watching and you're in Bakersfield, this is kind of interesting what we're able to see. I can't see who you are or your email or any of that. Prem, you're from Kathmandu? Okay, excellent. I can see right where it's at now. In fact, I could probably zoom in. Let's zoom in to, there's someone from Phnom Penh. I'm probably saying it wrong, but so yeah, so right here on the map, This is where Prem is in Kathmandu. Very cool. I don't know if I've ever met someone from Kathmandu. I have now. Yeah, so if you go up to the chat, there's that link, and then you'll pop up on my map here, like someone from Kalusa just popped up on my map. Turkey. Okay, do I have Turkey? I don't think, where's Turkey's right up here. Oh, now there's 8 people. Okay, where else we got? Bakersfield. This is Perry. Is that, where is that Perry at? It's out kind of the middle of the country there. Oh, NC, David, you're in North Carolina. Yeah, interesting. So it's kind of neat. So sometimes when I'm working on my computer here, I'll sit and kind of watch who's using my website or the app, and you can even look at the different pages that they would be using and what they're doing on them. Like most people are been looking at organic chemistry, so it's kind of cool. All right, let's go back and do some organic chemistry, but I'll have my map up over here and take a look at that from time to time. Oh, 10 people now. It's hard not to just keep watching the map. It's really kind of strange. All right, so let's go to the next question here and see if we can find one we haven't done. There, we haven't done that one. Give that one that looks kind of a pain. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Remember, you start numbering from so you get the lowest number. So 2 is lower than 1, 2, 3. Give that a try. Oh, there's someone from Albuquerque just checked in. And then, oh, yeah, all over. That's really neat. Okay. Oops, there we go. All right. Hey, Charlie's excellent. Oh, from Ottawa. We got Ottawa. Nice. All right. So let me copy this here, and then we'll give it a try over here. So I would say the trick on this one is that you have carbons here, here, here. Here's all our carbons. And the trick is you start from this side here because it's closer to the first substituent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is going to be hexane. Let's write down here. And we have 2-methyl and 1, 2, 3, 4. This group right here is called an ethyl group because it has 2 carbons. And we'll put the 4-ethyl first because we put the E before the M. So you always alphabetize your substituents. 4-ethyl, and then we have 2-methyl hexane. So that one's a little bit more of a challenge. Isabella got it. Prem, looks like you got it. You guys all know some organic chemistry. That's pretty impressive. All right. Well, let me show you the test portion of the website. And so eventually, let's show the answer. There you go. And if you want to watch a video on it, you can as well. So my hope is what I'd really like to do with this is, let's go back out here to the front. What I'd like to do is build topics with this kind of question answer practice for all of general chem and a lot of organic chem, because we so often watch videos, but when you're just watching videos, you're often very passive. So you have to challenge your learning. So you always have to challenge yourself and think about how you're answering and if your answer is correct. And with videos, you kind of sit there. So that's what I'm hoping to do. we'll see. It's kind of slow going. So you can, if you really want to challenge yourself, you can test your knowledge. So here, it'll keep score for how you do. So if you do this one correctly, here you would say, yes, I did it correctly, and then your score goes up. If you get it wrong, your score goes down. And by actually kind of grading yourself, it makes you a little more attentive and it makes you remember better. It's just kind of the way your brain works. So that's out there for you as well. Let's say we didn't get it right, and then it takes your point away. Cool. All right. We're going to do one more. How do I know to find the longest chain when there are multiple branches? Yeah, that's when it gets kind of complicated. Part of it is almost a maze. So Isabel, part of it's like finding a maze where you just kind of trace over until you find the longest chain. It's not terribly difficult like with this here. You could see the longest chain. But if they give you this here, it gets a little bit harder to see, to figure it out. So it's kind of almost like you treat it like a maze until you find the longest one. Try all the combinations. Hey, Anthony from India. Awesome. So, all right, see if there are any more in here. Please select one. Wow. And what's really crazy about this app is I coded a lot myself, but I also had ChatGPT help me some of the coding, and it was really cool how much quicker I could write code that mostly works. All right, but I don't think I have enough options, so I'll have to add a bunch more videos in here because we keep getting the same ones, and that's kind of boring. See that same one over there again. All right, so I'm going to take us back out to the home, and then for the polyatomic ions, if you are in general chemistry, you really want to practice your polyatomic ions. So these are the 7 that you'll want to learn. Does anybody know which one that is? OH minus. Kind of important. It's the one that makes things act as a base. OH minus is the hydroxide ion. So this is a good way to test your knowledge of the different ions as well. So that's out there too. And if you have a chance and you want to help me develop my ideas, there's a little feedback form there. Hydroxyl ion. Yeah, be careful with that, Prem, because if it's just OH minus, we call it the hydroxide. Hydroxyl is sometimes used when it's OH bonded to a carbon atom, whereas OH bonded to a metal will give you that ion, the negative charge there. So that's one that trips people up. Very cool. All right, well, I think I'm going to call it an evening. I have the electricity on still. That's kind of exciting for me. If you have a chance, there's this kind of short feedback form here that welcome to fill that out. Has anybody filled it out? Not so much. So, but that's out there too. And I think I'll come back on next Tuesday, see how we're doing here. Yeah, so Happy New Year, everybody. And thank you for joining me. Let's take one last look at that map if I still have it out there. It's still saying 10 people, but I don't think they're super active right now. Maybe they are. All right. Very cool. All right, everybody. This is Dr. B, and thank you very much for watching.